Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a review of Obsidio by Amie Kaufman and Kristoff. I have been so excited for this book. I feel like ever since I read Gemina, I've been waiting for this one. This is the third book in the Illuminae Files series. It's the conclusion to the series. I was sent this for review by Ellen and Unwin, so I just want to thank them so much for sending this book to me because I loved it so much. This is going to be a spoiler-free review, so if you haven't read this book yet, you're totally fine to watch this video. The one thing I will say though is that if you haven't yet read Illuminae, or if you haven't yet read Gemina, the second book in this series, I might spoil things from those books. If you don't want to know how they end, I'd recommend reading at least Illuminae and Gemina first before you come back and watch this video, just because I don't want to spoil you for anything from those two. But I do have a spoiler-free review of Illuminae on my channel, which I'll link in the information bar below. So if you want to know a bit more about the series without getting spoiled for the first two books in the series, you can go watch that review. But overall, I can say about the series that every single book, Illuminae, Gemina and Obsidio, I've given them all 5 stars, so it's definitely a 5-star series for me. I highly recommend it. So getting into my review of Obsidio, so warning, there may be spoilers for Illuminae and Gemina. It does introduce 2 new characters, Asha and Reese. Asha was a survivor on Corenza, which is the planet that Katie and Ezra came from, and then Reese is her ex-boyfriend, but he shows up as someone in a Baytech uniform, which is obviously not a good thing. It does also follow Katie and Ezra and Hannah and Nick and Ella and Aiden and all the characters that we love from the first 2 books. This book definitely just further solidified my obsession with Aiden. I don't know what it is about Aiden that I love. I don't know why an artificial intelligence unit is so fascinating to me, but it was described at one point in this book as everyone's favorite murderous artificial intelligence, and I was just like, that is exactly how I feel about it. I also really like Nick, and I forgot, like, he was definitely my favorite character. I mean, I love Hannah as well, but I really liked Nick in Gemina, and I'd kind of like forgotten about Nick, and then I read this and I was like, that's right, I love Nick. And you would think with that many characters there'd be like a little bit too much going on to keep up with what's happening with all of them, but again, the dossier format, all the, you know, documents, video surveillance records, all that kind of stuff, all the messages back and forth, it all just works so well. Even though there's a lot going on, the same as the previous 2 books, because of the format and the way it's written, you totally keep up with everything that's happening, all the different characters, you feel connected to everybody, and I just think it's amazing. And in this book, one thing that I was really stoked about is that we get to find out how this dossier was actually put together within the context of the story, as in like which characters contributed to pulling all this information together. For example, with, you know, the video surveillance, how they have like a really humorous undertone and it's really entertaining. We get to find out who the video surveillance person or people were that were writing those, and I just think that is awesome. Obviously I'm talking not like which author, I'm talking which character, like within the context of the story, which characters were pulling all this information together, and I just found that so cool. And knowing who did what really makes me want to go back to the beginning of the whole series from the start of Illuminae and read the whole thing over again, because I feel like it will give me a totally new perspective on the whole Illuminae Files thing. I want to throw out a random mention as well to Marie Lu's illustrations. Again, they were fantastic, just as they were in Gemina, and I love them. As a random side note as well, there is one point in this book where there are moldy words used for names, and that really surprised me, and I was kind of reading it and then I was like, wait, what? Is this what I think it is? And it totally was. I was really stoked about that. It's just nice to see a little bit of New Zealand in a book. It really satisfies me when that happens. So if you guys are New Zealanders as well, look out for those moldy words. I think it will satisfy you too. Overall, I just want to say I think it was the perfect conclusion to the Illuminae Files series. I couldn't imagine a more satisfying ending, and it totally maintained that high level of intensity, which is what I think the first 2 books did as well, and this book has just continued with that, and that's kind of my favorite thing about the series. It's just so intense. That is it for my review. Like I said, I gave this book 5 stars. Let me know if you're going to be picking up Obsidio as well. Let me know what you think of the Illuminae Files so far. Thank you again, Ellen and Unwin, for sending me this book. I loved it so much and I was so stoked to receive it, so thank you guys so much, and thank you all for watching this. I'll see you with another video in a couple days. Bye.